What's up, beautiful people? My name is Jo and I'm a tattooist based in Bournemouth in the UK. Welcome to today's video where I'm going to be talking about my most painful tattoos. Grab a cuppa and get comfy. I think no matter what profession you do, if you talk to people, you get asked a lot of the same questions, and it's no different from tattoo artists. One of my most frequently asked questions is, where is the most painful place to get tattooed? Or what is your most painful tattoo? Hands down, my most painful tattoo is this one. My palm tattoo. I'm going to go through what this was like for me and the person that did it. Unless you're a tattoo artist or someone who is quite heavily tattooed, you're probably not going to get your palm tattooed. Anyway, please don't, because it was horrendous. So, my palm tattoo. Now, I don't really know why I wanted to get my palm tattoo done. I do know why, that's a lie. It's because I wanted to have a palm, because that's just the person that I am. I've got a camel toe, I wanted to get a chip on my shoulder, a fish finger, but this is as far as I've got. Oh, I've got a bee on my knee, bee's knees. One day I was at work at one of my old studios, and the person that I was working opposite, I think I said, "Anna, would you like to tattoo my palm, please, because this is my attempt on this hand, and as you can see, it's not there anymore, or it just looks like I've got a dirty hand," because it's actually impossible to inflict that much pain on yourself, I think. So I had to have someone else do it for me because I couldn't. I was just going like this. I couldn't do it to myself. So yeah, gave the task to someone else, and Anna is pretty hardcore. She does care. Of course, she cares about inflicting pain on someone else, but she's also like, let's get this in, shall we? I don't know if I just went straight in for putting Whitney Houston on, or whether we decided to go for that after getting it done. I was like, I need something that's going to help me mentally. So we put Whitney Houston on, and I sang all those high notes, even the high notes that weren't even in there, I sang them because I was basically just screaming the whole time. The skin on your hands and the bottom of your feet is really tough, so you kind of have to go too deep for it to stay in, because the skin just kind of grows out, it pushes the ink out. So yeah, when people get that, the inside of their hands done and inside of their fingers done, that's why it either looks like really blotchy or patchy and it comes out, because if you don't go deep enough, it will just come out. That's the technique we went for, and you know, she said we could touch it up, it's probably going to need touching up. I was like, no, I never want to get that done again. You can make out that it's a palm tree, that's fine by me. I think the best way to describe the pain is like a white, hot, flaming pain. It was so intense. It hurt when you just kind of go in, and it hurt, and then it hurt a bit more, and then it got to the point where it was unbearable, and that's when you knew it was going deep enough. And I just wanted to close my hand, so we had to kind of, I'm not sure if we taped my hand down or if it was just, I think it was taped down, or if Anna was just pretty much on top of me holding my hand open to get the ink in. So sorry about that, Anna, but I think it was pretty fun, and I'm glad that you can still make it out. Another really painful place is my fingers, so not just on the top of my fingers, I've got these ones here. This was also excruciating because, again, you have to go too deep, and it's just a really sensitive area, your fingers. I don't really see the point in tattooing fingers now. I pretty much say no to all finger tattoos unless it's someone that I see regularly and can touch them up and stuff. They just don't come out particularly well. They grow out. It's very, very occasional that they stay in exactly how you put them in and enough detail. So don't bother getting your fingers done. It's horrible. I've got to tell you one that I didn't think was going to be as bad as what it was, and that was my bum. And I don't have my whole bum done, thank God, because I really didn't think it was going to be that bad. My back piece kind of goes like on the top of my butt, and I remember getting it done, and the poor guy that did it, sorry Jake, so I just remember being sat over like this, kind of like pushing my butt out, and this is like nervous kind of thing, and I pretty much was twerking. I was like, ah! Yeah, it must have been quite an experience. It was an experience for me. I'm pretty sure Jake didn't know what to do and probably just tattooed as quickly as he could. Couldn't help my butt from clenching. So that was just one of those ones where you can't help. It was pretty painful, but there's some places where you just can't help having like that nervous, like, boom, your body just kind of like, nah, I'm not having this. And my butt was one of those. It didn't like it. Thanks, Jake. Sorry, Jake. You have experienced something that I never knew that was possible. Twerking. Another few places that I've had done, which, unless you're heavily tattooed again or a bit crazy, you're probably not going to get done. So I've got my nipple done and this one here. So let's start with this one. It wasn't actually painful as in getting it tattooed. It was hand poked, which I find not quite as painful as a machine, but it's very time consuming. It takes quite a lot of time, and the position, the main one for this one was the position that I was in. So basically I was lying flat with my head right back. So that was just awful for my neck. I couldn't really swallow. I felt bad for swallowing because obviously when you swallow it's like makes it go in more. Just the whole experience of the position was worse for me. I think one of the worst ones than the actual tattoo. Nipple. Oh, if you might have had around a nipple and that's very sensitive, but actually on it feels like someone cut it off. Feels like it got cut off. Ugh. Yeah, that was so sore. I've got my whole side done and it's all dot work. I think dot work is actually, again, probably one of the nicest things to have done. Toes. I've tattooed my own toes because I can. Again, the positioning was very awkward, so that was quite painful in itself. But going in between, I've got a pattern on my toes, a dot work pattern, and when I got up to my toes and in between my toes, it was really sensitive. It was like a real fine pain, but it kind of like shot up my legs. So that was mega painful. And it's like bony and it feels like you're going into your toe bones. Oof. Back of my knee. Oh, I tried to do the back of my knee and I had to have a word with myself to get me to finish it because I was like, I don't really need to finish it. It looks fine. It didn't look fine. I needed to finish it. So I had a word with myself. Got my deep breaths. Smashed it out. Didn't smash it. I tentatively got it done. So basically, I don't like getting tattooed and I feel like I am getting worse with age. I don't know if it's age or because it's just that I've run out of the kind of nicer places to get tattooed. Maybe a bit of both. But I don't want to put you off. Tattooing is not that bad. Just don't get silly places done with silly things. Please give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. If you think that I am a bit pathetic with my pain threshold, please let me know if you've got your palm tattooed, or where's the worst place that you've got tattooed? Where's the most painful place? Maybe somewhere you didn't think was going to be that painful but turned out alright. Or maybe you have got your palm done and you fell asleep because it was so relaxing. Please let me know in the comments below, and I might do a video on my nicest tattoos, which will probably be 1 second long. Thank you for watching and I'll see you next week.